Hey, it's Coach M here. Your mental and emotional health is crucial to living the incredible life that you know that you're meant to live. It's so important that I'm creating a 5-part video series on giving you the tools and skills to prioritize and optimize your mental and emotional health. If you haven't checked out the first, second, third, or fourth video in the series, you can check them out in the description down below. Whether you're a teenager or an adult, we can all boost our mental and emotional health. And today, I've got 4 ways to help you increase your emotional intelligence, which will give your mental and emotional health a huge boost coming up. I'm on a mission to get these tools into as many people's hands as possible. So if you could do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button for me, that would be amazing. By doing so, YouTube's algorithm will help spread this information out to more people. Thank you. Okay, before I give you these 4 ways to boost your emotional intelligence, I want to first tell you that no matter where you are with your emotional intelligence, it's important not to judge yourself here. For some of us, we feel that we have very little emotional intelligence. For others of us, we feel that we have a fair amount, but we want to increase it. No matter where you are with this, each and every one of us can grow in this area. But we first have to accept where we are in the process. A good majority of us never learned how to even identify what we're feeling, let alone talk about it and process through it. For some of us, we were actually taught that uncomfortable feelings are weak, and we learned how to suppress them and avoid them. To be honest, most of us never learned how to experience our feelings in a healthy way. So the very first way to boost your emotional intelligence is to start practicing non-judgment when you're having an uncomfortable emotion. Too often, we start to feel an uncomfortable emotion and we immediately start judging it. I shouldn't be feeling this way. Why am I feeling this? I need to stop feeling this way. When we judge ourselves like this, we're not honoring what the emotion is here to teach us. And high emotional intelligence starts with us being able to accept and identify what we're feeling without judgment. So, if you're someone who feels like you don't even know where to begin in accepting and identifying your emotions, I want to encourage you to ask yourself these 3 questions the next time you feel overwhelmed, or the next time you have a disagreement with someone or have a problem that you feel stuck on resolving. Number 1, what emotions am I having right now? Use the emotion wheel linked in the description down below to identify the real emotion. There's energy behind each emotion. So think of it this way. There are low energy emotions that are both comfortable and uncomfortable, and high energy emotions that are comfortable and uncomfortable. A high energy uncomfortable emotion could be anger, hostility, loneliness. And a low energy uncomfortable emotion could be confused, embarrassed, or irritated. Try to get good at figuring out the real emotion that you're experiencing in the moment. Number 2, where in my body do I feel the sensation of the emotion? Emotions are simply sensations or a vibration in your body. It's your body's physiological response to something. So sit still with yourself when asking this question and see if you can pinpoint where it's showing up in your body. Now, at first, this might be really hard to do. And that's okay. As you continue doing it, it will get easier. You'll be able to all of a sudden become aware of the tightness that you feel in your shoulders, or the heaviness that you feel on your chest, or the stomach aches that you get every time you feel overwhelmed. Number 3, am I having an urge to suppress or move away from this feeling? And if so, why? What am I afraid of? By asking this question, you're causing your brain to search for a deeper truth here. Just by asking yourself these 3 questions, you'll start to increase your emotional intelligence. This leads to the second way to boost your emotional intelligence, which is to learn how to process the emotion you're feeling all the way through. After identifying the true emotion, ask yourself these questions to allow yourself to start processing through the feelings. Is this feeling bearable? Do I think something bad will happen if I continue to feel this emotion? And if so, what? How bad is it on a scale from 1 to 10? What can I do to tolerate and handle this sensation in a healthy way? Is it breathing techniques, meditation, a visualization exercise, counting? The key here is just to allow your feelings to be what they are without any judgment. Always remember, a feeling cannot hurt you. It cannot kill you. It's only when we don't process the emotion thoroughly and in a healthy way that it leads to actions and behaviors that can hurt us. Once you get good at processing and managing your own emotions, then you'll be able to understand and respond to the emotions of others. So this leads me to the third way to boost your emotional intelligence, which is to learn how to identify the emotional state of other people around you. You want to start paying closer attention to a person's facial micro expressions, noticing shifts in their eye movement, their posture, the tone and pitch of their voice, the inflection in certain words they say. You're also going to listen for multisensory words that they choose to use, whether they are using more visual, auditory, or kinesthetic words. An example of this is a person that uses the word I feel a lot is using a more kinesthetic language base. They may also use more words describing movement, like that really rubs me the wrong way, or it hit me like a ton of bricks. Whereas someone with a more auditory language base may say phrases like, I hear what you're saying, or that really rings a bell with me. And a person with a more visual language base may say things like, I see what you mean, or I really get the picture. When you can start picking up on language cues, you can adapt your response to fit their communication style. Typically, a person with a visual communication style talks quickly as they describe the images that actually pass through their mind. Visual people may speak in a higher pitch, they tend to sit more erect, and generally breathe higher up in their chest. Visual communicators use gestures a lot. Can you tell I'm a visual communicator? Which may include big sweeping arm gestures to describe the visual imagery that they see in their mind. Someone with an auditory communication style has a rhythmic cadence to their voice. They often like to repeat instructions back to you and can get easily distracted by noises. Auditory communicators also often will tilt their head to one side in a conversation as if they're lending an ear. They usually memorize things in steps or sequence, and they like to hear feedback throughout the conversation. Kinesthetic communicators tend to speak more slowly and will often take long pauses between statements as they process what's being said and discover what they're feeling. Most kinesthetic communicators can consciously access their emotions quickly and easily. They usually can tell you how they feel in any given moment. Learning these communication styles and identifying them when you're talking with someone can give you an ability to understand the way that a person processes information and what they're motivated by and how they're feeling in any given moment, which means that you understand them a little better and can tailor your responses using that communication style. By doing this, you help the other person feel validated, understood, and more trusting of you. The fourth way to boost your emotional intelligence is to not give advice, but ask thought-provoking questions instead. Oftentimes, when someone is talking with us about a problem that they're having or a situation they're dealing with, we typically want to help them. So we start giving them advice, telling them what we think they should do or what we would do in their situation, and typically, this does not help. It's very well-meaning, but it's not very helpful. So instead, you want to pause for a moment and ask a question that helps them start to better understand themselves. You want the question to come from a curious, non-judgmental place. So saying something like, what do you think contributed to the decision you made? Or what were you experiencing right before that happened? Or what were you feeling when she said that? These thought-provoking, non-judgmental questions allow you to do two things. To start to see a situation from the other person's perspective, their lens of the world, and develop a deeper connection with that person, which leads to a higher level of trust and the ability to give them the real support and help that they need in the moment. These 4 ways of boosting your emotional intelligence will strengthen your mental and emotional health, helping you to feel more resilient, empowered, more connected to the people around you. When we start nurturing the relationship we have with ourselves and the relationships we have with others, we start shifting and transforming our lives. And if you're ready to take these skills that you've learned in this video to even a deeper level, you'll definitely want to click on the link below, because I've got some great tools that really take this information and this material to a whole nother level. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and share it with anyone that you think may benefit from it. And if you want to see more videos like this one, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below and click on the bell icon to get notified when I upload a new video. And I upload videos every week. I hope that your day is absolutely amazing, and I'll see you in the next video.